Task Force Z, issue 6. Matthew Rosenberg writing with Jackson Herbert.
Yeah, not Barrows.
Yeah, I guess he's one off at least. So, I mean, yeah, 5 or 6 issues, then a break sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, not that it falters. I mean, I think the art still works pretty well. Sure. It's just not Barrows.
Yeah, I was really confused for the first couple of pages of this because I missed the caption that said months ago, and I thought I was like, how is this happening? What's going on? But barring that, interesting issue which sets up that Bloom's heavily involved in like the creation of this place and kind of betrayed the people who were working on it before. And if I have a critique, is that this senator who gets involved looks far too like Commissioner Gordon to not constantly think it's Jim Gordon. I was like, why did you make him look like this? Why does he have the same coat? Why does he have the same mustache and hair and glasses? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, so that was an odd choice. I thought that was a really odd creative choice, but the actual debates of what to do now, of them dealing with KG Beast trying to blow them up, so like they get freeze to make a wall of ice. Like that's just some fun action stuff early on. But the main sort of gist of things being that in the flashbacks you see that like this senator goes to Two-Face to start this because Bloom goes to the senator and offers him a bunch of money because he wants this to happen, and that leads to him going to Waller to like sort of make this legit and make Task Force Z an actual thing. But at the end of the issue, when they go to Waller's office, she's went AWOL, and as a result, there's no one who can vouch that they're an actual organization that's government affiliated. So they just look like a bunch of crazy people now, and we'll see how that goes. But Jason Todd is really determined to help bring down the villainous side, and in particular deal with Bloom. And he has a big confrontation with Batman, who shows up chasing them halfway throughout the issue, and he demands, no, let me go with this team, let me see this through and deal with this. I'm asking you to trust me. He talks to Batman like a father figure and makes it very clear that that's what he is to him. And you've got like Freeze, Bane, and Two-Face behind Batman, just sort of being like, yeah, we're working with Jason here. Let's do the thing.
I love so he's like, you're asking me to trust you, but you're running around with Bane and Freeze and Two-Face, right? And this is what you're gonna. I can't do that. And Batman's kind of monologuing towards Jason, and then Two-Face steps up behind him and is like, look, we didn't. I know you don't trust me. And Batman's just like, shut the hell up. Like, I've had enough. I really love how just pissed Rosenberg writes Batman here.
Oh yeah. Part of my favorite line of the whole issue is in the flashback where they take it's like Two-Face, the senator, and like the fish guy they resurrected.
Fishman.
There you go. They take Fishman to Waller, and Waller just casually refers to Fishman as this thing that Aquaman's mistress have aborted. I was like, that was a dark line.
Takes no prisoners.
Yeah, that was a really funny dark line.
So also in this, like, it's revealed that the reason that the Lazarus resin works so well for them is that it was also developed by Resurrection Man.
Yeah, he's in the first flashback. Yeah.
And that's who the clones are of. Is the sisters are all clones of him, and that's why they're able to. This resin works so well versus, as we've seen in other places, the Lazarus juice not so much.
Yeah, not working so well. That was an interesting.
I like that wrinkle.
Yeah, because my only real familiarity with Resurrection Man is that I read the first few issues of his New 52 series, so I had a basic understanding of who he is. But I thought it was an interesting pull to pull in this fairly obscure character. So yeah, basically, okay, Bloom's been behind this all along. Bloom's responsible, and he's got some sort of endgame in mind. So that's who we have to take down. So yeah, that's why at the end of the issue they said they have to go kill Bloom. It was an interesting series of flashbacks to get though, and get this context of how this all started, and seeing that Bloom it was really been manipulating this the whole, and it kind of felt like he was up to something before, but now it's like no, he was manipulating this from day one.
And I love how he shows his hand at first by just mixing a bunch of chemicals in the lab, and it creates an explosion, and that's how he makes his first escape. So I wonder what his game is here. And I also like that Waller bringing it to Harvey, because she's like, hey, you're the poster child for second chances. All right. And what's more of a second chance than getting a second life?
I think one of my favorite little moments is just when they're in the van driving back to base and the Batmobile shows up behind them. I kind of just like that because we're following Jason and this group of misfit villains and they're our main characters. I kind of like just this moment where I think it's Two-Face is one of the others, like turns to Jason and just goes, all right, well, like, you're close to him. Like, how do we deal with this? Like, do we pull over and talk to him? Like, I kind of like this perspective of Batman showing up isn't, oh, the hero's here to save the day. It's like, oh no, he's this obstacle to our main characters who do have a relatively legit thing they want to go do. It's not, they're not up to no good.
So we can assume that Freeze then definitely fell down that massive shaft in the tower, and now that's how he's led it himself to Task Force Z.
Oh sure, yeah, you could probably assume that.
Yeah. Which is pretty funny. But yeah, there's them having to deal with Batman. That was funny.
Actually, that reminds me, in the Robin issue, it mentioned it was set before the tower. And I guess it was just because the tower was there without any damage, so it was just making clear, oh, this is before that story took place. But in recollection, I was thinking, like, they didn't really have to specify. Nothing happened that would contradict anything that was going on. But yeah, right.
Yeah, it was just him. Well, I mean, they really didn't need to, because it could have been after the tower, too.
Yeah, because it fixed up, so whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But
so,
yeah, no, this is
it's a lot of fun. It's a fun little comic, yeah. That it does a decent job of making me like the characters, including Jason. Although I did like that Jason pointed out he'll never live up to Bruce or Dick. I like that he specified Dick too, because
he's the ultimate middle child. You know, he'll never. He's wedged between Dick and Tim. And Dick is like the heart of the DCU. Tim's more like Bruce than anybody. And that leaves Jason as the literal red-hooded stepchild. So,
red-hooded stepchild, very nice.
That was pretty good, actually.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yes. And then Damien's the demon spawn.
Yeah, literally. it's in his name.
Ironically, Damien is the foster child.
Yeah.
So he's the one with the troubled background.
Despite
he should do some good.
Yeah, despite having the only biological link to Bruce.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hence the irony.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Matt. What are you giving Task Force Z?
I'm giving this one an 8.
All right. I think I'll go with a 7.5. The only real critique I would say is that there's a couple of pages where I turned the page and went, oh, that's a lot of speech bubbles. There was definitely a few times where I went, oh, geez, okay. Bit packed. So maybe a bit dense in the layouts in some cases, but, it's a solid, fun read. I've been enjoying my time with that book.